everyone. Today we will discuss on the topic integumentary system. Skin is the largest organ in the human body, which consists of 60% of the body weight. The study of skin is called as the dermatology, and the medical professional in this area is called as dermatologist. Integument is made up of two parts. First one is the cutaneous membrane. In this include epidermis and dermis, and second is the accessory structure. In this include hair, nails, and exocrine gland. So firstly we see the structure of skin, which compose of three layers: epidermis, dermis, and hypodermis. First is the epidermis. Epidermis is the outermost layer, which is made up of stratified squamous epithelium cells, and it provides a waterproof barrier and is responsible for our skin tone. Melanin give hair and skin its color. Then it is a vascular in this, which means the absence of blood vessel. In this contain keratinocyte, which is the most abundant cell, which is responsible for the production of keratin or protective protein. And there are 5 layers are present in the epidermis. First one is the strata basal, second is the strata spinosum, and third one is the strata granulosum, fourth one is the stratum lucidum, and fifth one is the stratum corneum. It also prevent excessive water loss from the body. Then second layer of the skin is the dermis. It is the middle layer located just below the epidermis, which is made up of fibrous connective tissue. In this contain other structures such as hair follicle and sweat gland. In this contain two components. First one is the papillary layer and second is the reticular layer. Papillary layer is the outer layer. Reticular is the deep layer. Papillary layer consists of areolar tissue. It contains smaller capillaries, lymphatic and sensory neuron. In reticular layer, it consists of dense irregular connective tissue. In this contain large blood vessel, lymphatic vessel, and nerve fiber. Dermis provide elasticity and strength to the skin. Reticular layer contain collagen and elastin fiber. It also contain connective tissue proper. Then third layer of the skin is the hypodermis. It is the inner layer. It is also called as subcutaneous layer. It is just located just below the dermis, and which is made up of loose connective tissue and adipose tissue. Stabilize the skin and allow the separate movement. It is connected to the reticular layer of integumented by the connective tissue fibers. Now we talking about the accessory organ. In this include first one is the hair. Hair is a dead and keratinized filament which growing out of the epidermis. It protect. Hair function is including protection. For example, eyelashes guard the eyes. Then second accessory organ is the sebaceous gland. It is a type of oil gland that is found all over the body and produce sebum, which is oily substance that moisturize skin and hair. Third one is accessory organ is the sebum. Is sweat gland which produce sweat to cool the body, and which is developed from the epidermal projection in the dermis. Then fourth one accessory organ is the nail. It is a specialized structure of the epidermis that found at the tip of our fingers and toes. It protects the phalanx of fingers and toes. It provides mechanical support to manipulating the object. We talking about one term about which is dermatomes. Derma means skin and tone means which provide the sensation. Dermatomes are a specific area of the skin that are innervated from the sensory nerve fiber from a single spinal root or a spinal segment. In these nerve branches carry sensory information from about the touch, cold, heat, pressure, from the skin microsensor within the zone. This mapping is crucial for sensory and motor function, as well as diagnosing the neurological condition. How the skin injury get repaired by the body. In this includes step First one is the injury, then second is the clotting, third one is the plugging, and fourth one is the scabbing. First is the injury. In this, when the skin is injured, for example by cut or a scab, then in several immediate response are triggered. Wound breaks upon the cell and release their content. After injury disturb the blood vessel and the connective tissue, then leading to bleeding and exposures of underlying tissue. And second step is the clotting. In this, blood seeps from the vessel and form a clot. Then blood vessel constrict to reduce the blood flow to the area, minimizing blood loss immediately after the injury. Fibroblasts multiply and migrate to the damaged cell area, as do the white cells called as neutrophils, which ingest cell debris and foreign materials such as dirt and germ. In third step is the plugging. In this, fibroblasts produce a fibrous tissue. In this, fibroblasts produce a plug of fibrous tissue then within the clot, which contract and shrink. Then new tissue begin to form beneath. Now clot gradually harden and expel out fluid, then to become a scab as a tissue beneath. Then fourth step is the scabbing. In this, plug hardness and dries into a scab, then which eventually detaches. A scar may remain and but usually fades with time. Now we're talking about the burns. There are three types of burn. Burns are injuries to the skin or the other tissue caused by heat, chemical, electrical, and radiation. Burns are classified on the basis of their severity and depth, which help to guide treatment and management. First type is primary degree burn. In this, which is also called as superficial burn. In this, which affect only the epidermis, outer layer of the skin. Skin appear red and may be slightly swollen, then painful to touch and no blister form. For example, mild sunburn and if contact with hot object, for example hot water. Second is the second degree of burn. It is also called as partial thickness burn, which affect the epidermis and the part of the dermis. Skin is sensitive, red, swollen, and may have blister. Second degree burn is painful and sensitive to air and touch. And third one is the third degree burn. It is also called as full thickness burn. In this, it extends through dermis, epidermis, and affecting to the deeper tissue. In this, skin may white, ethery or waxy. For example, chemical burn or electrical burns. Now we see the function of integumentary system. First one is the protection. It protect internal structure of the body from the damage. Integumentary system provide a barrier against mechanical injury, pathogen, harmful substance, UV radiation, prevents dehydration. Then it also store fats. The skin is rich in the nerve ending that detect sensations such as touch, pain, hot, cold, temperature. It also helps to maintain the homeostasis of the body. It play a critical role in maintaining the body temperature. Sweat gland facilitate the evaporative cooling, and another function is it is the body first line defense against bacteria, viruses, and pathogens. It also helps to provide protection from the harmful ultraviolet radiation. Skin is also involved in the various metabolic processes such as synthesis of vitamin D and lipid and protein. Another function is the immunodefense. Skin serves as a physical barrier and equipped with immune cells that respond to pathogen. Presence of the Langerhans cells in the epidermis contribute to the skin immunological role, and the natural secretion of the sebum from the millions of sebaceous glands which associate with the hair follicle and slightly oily and furnish the skin with partially water repellent and antibiotic qualities. The common disease and disorders of the integumentary system is the acne, eczema, skin cancer, leprosy, skin infection, fungal infection, dermatitis, alopecia areata, nail disease, scars, burn, edema. These are the common disease and disorders of the related to the skin. That's all about the integumentary system. Thank you.